Okay guys, I just finished my slant block, and what I now want to do is I now want to create a title block and a border. I want it to be my title block and border. Everybody's going to make their own, and to do this, what we want to do is we want to go up to this I, and we want to do a new, and I want to go to a standard IDW, the inventor drawing. Then what I'm going to do, come right over to here. It says ANSI large. What ANSI is an organization that standardizes things in the industry, in the engineering industry, and with drawing and stuff. What I want to do is I want to delete that large title block. What I also want to do is I also want to delete that border. And if you guys recall, what we talked about early on, our first or second day, when we were doing the blown up ruler exercise, making the model of the 1-inch ruler, what we said was that we wanted to use A size paper. Okay, so that's what's in our printer. So I want to go down to my edit my sheet, and I want to make my paper A size, and then click OK. Well, now I have a page of a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. What I want to do is I want to take and I want to put some information on that border or on that page, like borders and title blocks and stuff. Well, I'm going to go over to my borders. I want to right click and define a new border. Well, what we're allowed to do now is to select drawing tools. And what I want to do is I know that this piece of paper is 8.5 by 11. So if I'm looking at my X and Y coordinates, I want about a 1/2-inch title block all the way around. Well, if you look at my X coordinate, it's 0.5 in. And if I look at my Y coordinate, it's 8 inches. And I know that that piece of paper is 8.5 by 11. So I'm about 1/2 inch in all the way around. Well, now what I want to do is the exact same thing. I know that my page is 8.5, and if I have a 1/2-inch border on the top and a 1/2-inch border on the bottom, I know the remainder would be about 7.5 inches. I know that my paper is 11 inches along the x-axis. Well, it says that my page is, my border is 10 inches now. Well, I know a 1/2 inch plus another 1/2 inch, that will give me 1 inch. I'm 1 inch in for my title block. I'm sorry, for my border. So now I have my border in, and we're looking to get close. Okay, now that I use my rectangle tool to draw that border, I'm now going to go to my line tool, and we want to draw a line that's about a 1/2 inch up. So if I'm right in this corner, what I see is my Y coordinate is, 0.471 inches. All right, well, I want to be about a 1/2 inch up from there. Okay, so if I'm at 0.47, if I'm up, 0.97, well, that's close enough, about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to draw my line all the way across. I want to make sure that my lines are touching. My line is touching the other lines, and right now it's showing that my line's perpendicular, and that's exactly what I want. Now what I want to do is I want to break my title block up into 5 spaces, and I want to try to get them so that at least 4 of those spaces are about the same. I'm paying attention to my constraints. The constraints are saying that my lines are 90 degrees. My lines are terminating on the other lines. And the box we can make, a little smaller. Okay, so now in the first box, actually all the boxes, I want to put some text. I want to customize this title block. This is going to be mine, just like you're going to make your own. Now to customize our text, what I'm going to do is go up to text. I'm going to look at my mouse. My mouse looks like it has, kind of like a plus to it. I want to line this up in that title block so that the top edge of my plus sign and the left hand side of my plus sign are touching the box. And then I'm going to click. Now this dialog box pops up. This is where we're going to put our A, or put our name. And I'm going to say Mr. A. So I'm going to just call this Mr. A. And I'm going to click and say OK. Here, what I want to put is the title of my project. The first thing we're going to be putting on a sheet is our slant block. So I'm going to put slant block. Okay. In this box, I want to put our period number. So you're going to put period, and then whatever period number you're in. I'm just going to leave that blank for right now because I'm in a bunch of periods. And then here in this box, again, making sure that my plus is touching those two lines, I'm going to put the date. And today happens to be 9/21. Oops. 9/21/15. Okay, and then in this last box, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put score. So this is, the score on your paper. Okay, so we have in the first box your name, second, whatever it is that we're working on, third, what period number you are, next the date, and then the score. Once we have that taken care of, then what we're going to do is go up to finish sketch, and we want to name it. And I would name it, your first name, last name, border. Okay, so I'm just going to call this Mr. A, border. And then save it. Now all of a sudden I have a blank piece of paper. What's up with that? Well, if I just go over to Mr. A border and click on it, there it is. Now what I want to do is I want to go up to File, Save As. I want to go to my the folder where you put your, on your N drive, where you put your Tech7 folder. I want to save it in the Tech7 folder. Okay, so I'm just going to save mine, right here. I guess I can create a new folder. So to create a new folder, you just right click, new folder, and then it asks you to name the folder. I'm just going to call this Tech7, and then I'm going to save it. And one of the things that I just forgot to do is I forgot to rename this. So I'm going to call this Mr. A border. And now I'm going to save it. So now what I'll be able to do is go whenever I want to access this, I'll just go over to the file, click on Mr. A border, and then I'll be able to bring my drawings and stuff in, which I'll show you in another video as to how we're going to do that. Okay guys, thank you.